2nd. This week, the artist way, week 3, starts off with, Julia Cameron talks about anger. And funny enough, I've been having a really good May. Things have been beautiful. I've just been really working on my projects and, hitting up friends, and it's been like really chill, really cool. So I get into week 3. I'm thinking I'm gonna do it Wednesday, get it out the way so that I have the video done early, this, and this. And I've never been so angry. I've never been hit with so many negative emotions at one time before noon that Wednesday morning. Oh my gosh, as I'm trying to like read the chapter and kind of, because usually my audiobooks, they kind of give me a sense of peace and bring me back to here. So it was just crazy how I've been just so happy, so like in passion, in desire, this and this. And then the morning I get to week 3, recovering a sense of power. Oh, I'm pissed, And so it's just, and it's also funny seeing my notes, like me not in like the exact mind space to be studying notes, all that. And then today, coming back, trying the chapter again, in a space of calm, this is like one of my favorite spots. And also, funny enough, the first time I came here, once again, being pissed, I just, if you can find a body of water, I think that's very healing. As an artist, any creative, anybody actually, go get you by a body of water. This is mine. Don't talk shit. There's a lot of water shit going on in the world anyways, so yeah, it's like a little cool, like little cove. I ain't gonna give y'all words today, but love hearing all the different nature and shit that goes on. That's a frog, believe it or not, and there's like a chorus of them, and they mimic the sounds of the cars that drive by. It's kind of whatever. Love it. It's my jam. This my bayou. My bayou in the desert. But back to recovering a sense of power. So she kicks off the chapter. I'll give you her introduction. This week may find you dealing with unaccustomed bursts of energy and sharp peaks of anger, joy, and grief. You are coming into your power as the illusory. Ooh, she caught me in a word I've never had to use out loud. The power as it's like illusion, hold of your previously accepted limits is shaken. You will be asked to consciously experiment with spiritual open-mindedness. So she kicks it off with anger, and literally first line out the gates: anger is fuel. Anger is fuel. It's meant to be listened to. It's a map, and it's an answer. And last year when I was kind of going through this, because as like a blocked creative, you probably have seen other creatives doing things that you want, and then you get mad. And this anger is not like violence. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm like, it's really it's an answer. It's really asking you. It is asking you, like, so what you finna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Like, you see, like, some really good examples that she gives is like, blast him. I could make a better film than that. This anger says you want to make movies and you need to go figure that out. Another one is, like reading someone's stuff and it's like, oh, I could have wrote that better, could have said that better. It's like, so it sounds like you're trying to write. Answer in the anger. Love that. That really changed things for me, and it kind of puts you in this mode of like, so all right, am I gonna act on it, or am I gonna continue to kind of fester in that? So I feel like that alone, your anger is going to, another banger. Anger is not the action itself, it is the action's invitation. So once again, what you gonna do about it? Does she have any quotes here? Hold on. And that's something I also love about, if you could get the book, she includes so many very relevant quotes to, I don't know, I just love words, like, and it all just be hidden so good. But yeah, she's saying like, you know, anger is our friend. It's not a nice friend, but it is a very loyal friend, and it'll let you know about yourself and what you got to do. So moving from anger, we're going to synchronicity. And I think it's hard to accept synchronicities. If you are skeptical, you may probably, if you are skeptical, you probably consider these synchronicities coincidences when, you know, things just so happen to be so good in your life. And I hate that as humans, we can't, it's not our default, or maybe it is, I don't know, let me know. But I just think as humans, it's like not our default to accept that good things happen to us. And I don't know who bludgeoned that into us, actually no. I think a reason I could see is that it's probably safer. It provides a sense of security, like there's nothing really at risk for me to not expect so much. So, but then when we get good stuff, it's like it's luck. It's a coincidence. So she talks about that too, like answered prayers are scary. They imply responsibility. You asked for it. Now that you've got it, what are you gonna do? So some examples of synchronicities that she gives is a woman admits to a buried dream of acting. At dinner the next night, she sits beside a man who teaches beginning actors. A writer acknowledges a dream to go to film school. A single exploratory phone call puts him in touch with a professor who knows and admires his work and promises him that the last available slot is now his. Hold on, because I'm about to cook. Because this is my favorite part of, I think, this entire process, is that when you put your wants out there, not saying you need to post them online. Actually, I think that's a very dangerous thing to do. Don't post all of your wants online. Keep that. But like actually stating them to yourself and just being real with yourself. Like, no, I want this. I want to be this ABC. It is crazy in all the ways. Universe, God meets you back almost doubly at times, you know? It's kind of like, it's a real nice tango. It's saying like, oh man, I want to go after this career, and then God, you know, kind of like lines that up for you a little bit, and it's like, okay, now what? Now I got you this connect, and now what? And you're like, and that could be scary, and that could be like, you know, people could probably be like, you know, that's, you know, chance, and that was kind of just whatever. That was like, no, and like, and I was just talking to Sonia. Shout out Sonia. Oh, love you, girl. I was just talking about, like, when did it become so cool to not want? Like, so cool to just be nonchalant about our desires to, you know, it's like, I think that really sets us back. Because then the universe is also looking at you like, okay, if you are satisfied with what you got, then that's what you got. It really, I think what it is, when it comes to the universe, whatever you tell it, it's going to say yes. It's going to say yes. You're like, I can't do this. You're right. You got it. You cannot do this. It's like, oh, I could go and be this. Yes, you can. But like the negative side of it, you know, like that, you could absolutely continue to think yourself into a life that you don't desire. Like if you just think you can't, won't, no, the universe is gonna be like, you're right, yeah, okay. So it's really a lot of constant rewiring. Then like, you know, with the rewiring, the synchronicities come in and you start speaking more positively to yourself, and then sorry, oh, I've been tripping over my words like a mug. Oh, that's why I need to be talking more. But no, like, you can absolutely talk your way also into a life that you desire, that you affirm, and then, you know, the universe will respond to it in like these little treats and gems that kind of affirm that, like, yeah, I hear you, yeah, let's fill the form, yeah, let's do it. Show. A quote by Shakti Gawain, whom she quotes a lot in this book. The universe will reward you for taking risks on its behalf. point period. Synchronicities, coincidences. Yeah, we already laid that out. Yeah, she puts it a lot more in depth, like a couple pages, but ooh, here we go. I was like, I'm missing some. So we like to pretend it is hard to follow our heartstrings. The truth is, it is difficult to avoid walking through the many doors that will open. Turn aside your dream, and it will come back to you again. Get willing to follow it again, and a second mysterious door will swing open. The universe is prodigal in its support. We are miserly in what we accept. All gift horses are looked in the mouth and usually return to sender. We say we are scared by failure, but what frightens us more is the possibility of success. Why does that scare us, y'all? Why are we so scared to receive? That's the issue. We have been so programmed to not, like, maybe we're too humble to, we're not supposed to, we're not, just not receive. And that blocks us from our blessings, honest. So we need to understand that as we pursue our creatives, that God, universe, is going to help you fill that form. He's going to get you the supply, he's going to get you the people, he's going to get you the space. It's going to just pop up showing things like, no, this is exactly for you. So next perfect segue, she gets into shame. And I don't think I have too many notes on this because I'm gonna just read it straight out the right out the book, you feel? Because she puts it so well. So shame is the taking of like action, is like, know what she says? She's like, so some of you were thinking if it were that easy to take an action, you wouldn't be reading this book. But the thing is, our artists, we typically have been exposed to shame through, and it's an old enemy, it's a real, she calls it a controlling device, and it almost feels, here let me cut it. Making a piece of art may feel a lot like telling a family secret. Secret telling, by its very nature, involves shame and fear. It asks the question, what will they think of me once they know this? This is a frightening question, particularly if we have ever been made to feel ashamed for our curiosities and explorations, social, sexual, spiritual. Oh, in 1 second. It's like somebody's pulling up. Just kidding. How dare you? Angry adults often rage at an innocent child who has stumbled onto a family secret. How dare you open your mother's jewelry box? How dare you open your father's desk drawer? How dare you open the bedroom door? How dare you go down the cellar, up in the attic, into some dark place where we hide those things we don't want you to know? The act of making art exposes a society to itself. Art brings things to light. It illuminates us. It sheds light on our lingering darkness. It casts a beam into the heart of our own darkness and says, see? So when making art, it may bring up things in us that we probably did not want to acknowledge or answer. It may bring up feelings and things in other people or people around us that they didn't want to see or have answered. Also with making art, just the act of sharing it in general, that exposes you to so much critique and opinions and eyes that, if not landed in the correct spot, it could kill an artist very early on. And oh my gosh, hold on, we're back, I think. So so shame creating, yes, and like the process of creating things and putting things out there, like that is a very vulnerable spot, to put yourself in. So it's like, to be met with so many different eyes and opinions and critiques and things like that, I think in your process, in anybody's process of growth of their artist, recovery of the artist, is to be able to discern good and bad feedback. Just a little slight example, me personally, what I think good feedback is things that help you kind of patch a project, things that kind of help you fill in a gap, something that was missing, add an extra ingredient, like things that enhance, you know, or something that shows you an entirely new point of view of how you're approaching said project, and it changes the game. I think that's also really awesome feedback. And obviously, like, it's feedback that celebrates you. What you need is to develop a really cool entourage, like an entourage of just people who speak life into you, people who see your drive, your ambition, your hunger, not necessarily the beginning product, because I think that's what also gets a lot of judgment, is that people beat a horse, gosh, when people are trying at first, like they beat that first initial product, that first draft. And no, you need people that see your excitement towards this thing, that sees your ambition, and they want to help you kind of fill that in, you know. So love that. Bad feedback attacks you. Bad feedback attacks you in a way that writes you off in your talent as like doomed. There is no hope for you. Leave this shit. And that's honestly what I hate too about the comment section nowadays of a lot of artists' work, is that it's so easy to drop a hate comment, and it's so crazy, by people who have never tried things, who have never created things of their own, it's so easy. It's cheap and it's easy. So discerning that, like well, you gotta look at these people too, like, who the fuck are y'all? What y'all making? Get your money up, boss up, something, like, you know, like, you have to have such like a slight arrogance to yourself as well in this process, because it's like, first, kudos to you for doing the damn thing. So let's big your head up a little bit there. Kudos to you for putting your shit out there. Kudos to you for making shit. Like, a lot of people can't say they've done any of the three. I think you know, like, so you please adopt that. If you've ever felt like this, I thought this was really interesting. How with shame, many artists begin a piece of work, get well along in it, and then find, as they near completion, that the work seems mysteriously drained of merit. It's no longer worth the trouble. To therapists, this surge of sudden disinterest, it doesn't matter, is a routine coping device employed to deny pain and ward off vulnerability. So like I said, we literally kill things off before we can even bring it to fruition. Why? Because we get scared. That's normal. It's scary making something new. But then, like, how dope it is when you actually like make it. Oh my god. But no, like, it's scary, and it's like, I think when we get to that point in anything where it's like what's the point? I think that's the signal. That should be the signal of the brain, like, no, this shit's about to get lit. Like, this shit's about to get and it's so true. Like, we have to learn to ride. Like, it's not a hill. We gotta learn to ride into it, like dive into it, like a bowl at a skate park. So yeah, feedback. Oh, and then once again, another banger. Hold on, I don't want to miss nothing, just in case. All right. Creativity is the cure for criticism. So, and I'm going to kind of paraphrase that for Miss Cameron in the most 2026 way I can. But so, creativity is the cure for criticism. Go and talk your shit and let people find out. That's just all there is to it. Let the criticism be fuel. Let positive, negative, let it add to the fire, and, you know, keep that up. then. So that's the end of my notes there. But then I just started squaring off some of these sections in here, because I'm telling you, I really love Julia Cameron, because the way she words things is, oh, it's so tea. Oh, it's so tea. So after that, she gets into growth, and she starts it off with, growth is an erratic forward movement, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Remember that and be very gentle with yourself. A creative recovery is a healing process. You're capable of great things on Tuesday, but on Wednesday you may slide backward. It's a little bit too on the nose for me, but this is normal. Growth occurs in spurts. You will lie dormant sometimes. Do not be discouraged. Think of it as resting. And I really love this, because after being so angry all week and just going through all these new emotions and discovering and learning about your artist, things like that, she is asking you to be kind to yourself, to give yourself a break, take a load off. And it's so necessary in the recovery process. As someone who could not rest for a very long time, could not let myself rest, to chill now, to listen. Like this soundtrack, this is my shit. Like I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to have been allowed myself to rest, to practice rest, to giving myself a chance to rest, because in the rest, you know, I've also gotten really great ideas in the rest. Like you need to rest, and anything you're making, like anything that you're doing, pursuing, like you need to rest in between, like genuine, not working while eating type rest, not laptop while watching TV type, like genuine away from a screen type rest, to come back to here and just, you know, let yourself load, please. No, like I love it, because then like the exercises for this week too. Oh, she finishes off saying, she said, yes, I am asking you to baby yourself. We believe that to be artists, we must be tough, cynical, and intellectually chilly. Leave that to the critics. As a creative, you'll be more productive when coaxed than when bullied. Yeah, because who else gonna be nice to you? Come on. I mean, if you have someone being nice on you, God bless. Got friends, got loving family communities, God bless. But at the end of the day, like, you as an artist, you need to be babying your artist always. That's when you get the best results. That's when your kid wants to work. That's when the kid wants to clock in. So yes, after Wednesday, funny enough, you know, finishing a chapter, I was like, you know what, I am gonna be very sweet to me, because also from Wednesday to today, Saturday, you know, I end up pinching my back. I'm on my period, like I'm going through a lot of pain. So the universe is telling me you're gonna sit your ass down anyways, and you're gonna rest. And I did. I made banana bread, which I brought here today. I brought my favorite treats. I got, you know, iced coffee, banana bread. I did a lot of stretching. I got to work on a project that's been on my mind for a bit. Like, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm happy. I have, like, you know, my things in the queue. It's like nothing's a rush, you know. So, and then next week I have even more reason to sit and rest, because I'll be redoing my hair. I was like, if I don't get this video done today, I'm not doing a video till next week, because this is all coming down and then going back up. So I'll have plenty of time to rest, and maybe, you know, also listen to my audiobooks and catch up on that, and just get inspired and be creative in that way. To be creative is not to always output something every single day, especially in this day and age where it's so easy. There's so many uploads and of things, of everything daily. So it's like quantity over quality, y'all. That's what I'm gonna say. You want to be able to rest in between and really, like, how would I describe it? Like we're not just hitting the drive-thru, y'all. Like, we are getting ready for dinner. We not even like just like what's like a really like a dinner we gotta fly in for type, like, you know. So it's like we're gonna go, you know, treat ourselves. We're gonna go get our hair done. We're gonna go get that spa. We're gonna go nap on the plane. We're gonna, you know, like, make a real treat of your rest and recovery. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all some tasks. How about that? So out of the 10, so number 3, list 5 childhood accomplishments and then 5 treats, and then go buy yourself one of those this week. Mine was my banana bread. Number 5 is make a list of friends who nurture you. That's nurture. She emphasized that. She say give you a sense of your own competency and possibility. Not enable, give you the message that you'll never get it straight without their help. There is a difference between being helped and being treated as though we are helpless. List 3 nurturing friends. And then call a friend who treats you like you are a really good and bright person who can accomplish things. So, I don't know, just off the top of my head, I think this is a perfect time too for me just to complete this exercise. Friends, you know, I have many, so blessed, so grateful, because God knew it. God knew I needed, you know, but Iggy, Nove, Sonia, Linda, Amira, Nikki, gosh, I feel like that one Whitney Houston speech, she's like, Iggy, Nove, Amira, Nikki, Linda, like, oh, my mentor, Dr. Jess. Like, I could go on, probably, but it's not about, I want you to figure out who nurtures you. Who do you have in your corner? You know, who brings life into you and makes you feel like you could just do anything? Because with your, like I said, you need that entourage. That's going to be like your starting 5, starting draft, starting lineup, boom. Because they're gonna be the ones helping you bring this idea into fruition, you know, because you need people that see the vision with you also in your creative journey. Not saying you should be sharing it to just anybody and everybody, because like Miss Cameron described, and you know, I've seen it time and time again, you cannot always share everything with everybody. It's so easy with social media too, and then we get caught up with wanting to be at a certain point in our artistic journey and then be able to have things to put and show that online and things like that. Yeah, so with that, hold on, just to be sure I'm missing nothing. But I mean, oh, this is one of the shorter videos, thank God, because no, I love it. It's so to the point. She gets right to it. And the point is, be sweet to yourself. Get angry first and foremost. See what that anger tells you. Look for synchronicities, and then accept the synchronicities. Do not be like, I don't think I should have. Remember what happens. Remember what happens when we say no and can't. So, and then as you are building, as you are creating, as you are gathering feedback and nurturing this artist child of yours, be sweet, be kind, be gentle, and have fun as you would, you know. Like the world is your Disneyland, honestly, for your artist child. Like, I want you to see whatever you want as, like, the possibilities limitless. Because why would you tell a child no? Why would you tell a child they cannot do something? Ooh, say, where's that coming from? I'm telling you, all these exercises, they address all of that. They address all that, and I really, really love it. And I hope my insights or takes are, you know, benefiting somebody. I hope that you're also learning things about yourself, and that you're also getting these like epiphanies in the middle of the night, that you're like, oh shit, I can do this, or I could go be this, or I could have this. And that's what I'm really hoping for at the end of the day with this, I guess, with this series. What do I want with this series? Some I don't know, slight extra additional task. One thing, where did I hear it from? North Stars. I'm over here. As I'm like thinking back, I'm over here absolutely taking credit for this entire book. I think she talks about North Stars, but it's not until like one of the very, very later chapters. But I think it's something really nice to think of now, just with anything that you're doing. So I'll give you like an example. So North Star is like the absolute pinnacle, like this is I made it kind of moment with this thing or whatever. So with this series, I would like my North Star to be that I really inspire people to pursue. I think that's why I really love this book too, because she's worked with so many people, and she created this all off the top of the dome. This is all from just experiences that she's had just working with different types of artists. Like she built this like, I don't know if you call it a curriculum. I don't know what to call it. It's just my Bible. It's my second Bible, honestly. Like creativity as a spiritual practice, you know? And I just think it, and like the way that she's been able to help people unblock and find, like, just really get in touch with their true inner desires and their God-led passions, and just seeing them develop such beautiful lives. I think especially right now with all the uncertainty and crazy, and I can't stand people. I mean, even with it all, it's draining to see people and hear people be in such a low, hopeless state. I want to instill a sense of autonomy and resilience and enthusiasm within people, that like, look, whatever's happening up here, that's not, you know, we cannot control that. What we got going on here, what we could do here with ourselves, what you could do today for you, that is that right there. See, I'm getting so passionate. That right there is that is what you can do. That is, you have absolute power. And I, like, that's what I'm saying, like the whole what's it called? Oh my gosh. The lack of wanting to pursue, lack of wanting to desire or be seen desiring, like that is killing us. It's killing us. Figure out what you want this weekend. Figure out what you want. Even if you think it's silly, what the fuck, whatever, it won't be. It won't be, I can tell you that much. The things that you think are silly, out of reach, things that you want to have, want to be, whatever, all of it, list it out, write it out this weekend, please. And every day, just keep looking at it, maybe try something on a little bit, make a step towards something a little bit, pursue, continue. What other keywords can I give out? What other activating words, so I know I'm reaching the right people. You know, continue, pursue, activate, chase, desire, want, go. Please. Please, that's my key. Please go after pursue yourself heavily, especially at this time. Honestly, also, like, and I said this, I think about a couple months ago to, maybe, no, it was sometime last year, but it's proven true. The art is great right now. The art is great. Why? People are pissed. People are upset, unhappy, sad, grieving. And it's crazy how in times like this, like that is when that brings us the best art. So I mean, let it be your inspiration. If you also need a sign to, you know, join that group of creators and thought leaders and changers, movers, makers, whatever, you know, let me be a sign too, that now's the time for you to get up there and stretch your stuff, honey, for real. So I've yapped, and I think I cleared it. I hope in under 40 minutes. And I hope it was useful. God bless you, whoever's watching. Have a beautiful Memorial weekend. Like I said, think about what you want. Treat yourself very nicely. Congrats on whatever you're working on, whatever you started, whatever you're doing, whatever you're continuing, whatever you're finishing. Good shit. And I'm so happy for you. I'm gonna get back to my little lagoon, I guess. Finish my banana bread and then get to my day. So yeah, so and then it fades to black, imagine. All right, later guys.